Hi everyone. I'm not sure how to say all this without rambling, so I'll do my best to keep it clear. I have been dating my girlfriend for almost a year, but before I've been friends with her for a year. We clicked really well, similar interests, compatible personalities. I thought we were the most perfect match. About 3 months ago, after 8 months of officially dating, we moved in together. At first, all was great. Then she started her period and things changed. My dad once told me that women can experience emotional ups and downs due to hormonal changes, and that if you treat your partner well and with patience, things usually work out. I took that advice to heart. I'd also seen those silly TikToks and YouTube videos where the Scott and Jaden and prepare for Hades period like it's a natural disaster. I know it's all exaggerated for laughs, but lately, it's started to feel all too real. Every month when Chelsea gets her period, she becomes someone else. She gets irritable, critical, and sometimes outright mean. I'm trying my best to support her by making dinner, cleaning, getting her favorite snacks, preparing her heating pads, giving her space when she wants it. Nothing ever seems to be right. I try asking how I can help or what she needs, but she'll often just shrug or say, "I don't know." And if I get something wrong, I hear her say things under her breath like, "If you really loved me, you'd know," or "Maybe I should have chosen someone else." It feels like no matter what I do, I can't win. I feel like I'm walking on eggshells, actually no, a minefield, where everything I do has the potential to set her off. Then when it's over, she goes back to being her usual sweet self. And like clockwork, I forget how hard it was. I reached my breaking point recently. It was when I asked her again, "How can I get this right?" And then she told me, "There are just some things you should know how to do." That was when I broke and just said, "I'm doing my best to help you. I ask what you need, I try to do things your way, and I'm constantly being put down like an incompetent servant. I get that you're not feeling well, but I don't deserve to be treated like I'm worthless." All she told me was, "Quit being a baby." Then she turned over and went to sleep. I ended up sleeping on the couch that night and have been there since. I told her, "If I'm so bad at everything, maybe you should just do it all yourself." She didn't respond. I don't know at all where this Chelsea came from. She didn't seem to be like this before we moved in. I did notice that she sometimes had to cancel plans during her period due to pain or fatigue, and I totally understand that. I have a sister, and when she first started, there were moments that she just had to stay in bed, so I understood. But when Chelsea was able to go out with me, she seemed to make an effort to stay happy and make me happy. At first, I thought things would just get better, but now I'm really unsure. I've realized that marriage wouldn't make this problem go away, and this is something that I do not want to deal with for the rest of my life. Tomorrow, I'll probably just end it and then find a hotel to stay at. Has anyone been through something similar? Should I just break up with her? I really need advice. The following tell. Agreed, it sounds like it could be PMDD or similar. It's extremely severe and causes dramatic changes. It can be very scary and hard to control and take over half your life. I also want to say you don't have to stay with her, even if it turns out to be PMDD and she gets treatment and the behavior stops. Even if she's completely unable to control her bad behavior, you do not have to stay. You don't have to stay in any relationship. For any reason, you can always leave, for any or no reason. I'm wondering if you've talked with her after her period is over about the messed up things she's said, done while on it. Talking to her during may not have as good results as after. If she's defending her harmful behavior while not on her period, that's a huge red flag. PMDD can be an explanation for her harmful behavior. She may not be in control. I know when I had it I felt like the danger of me killing myself was very real and scary even though I wanted to live, in general. While I turned the violence in on myself, many people direct it externally. It does not make it okay. Doesn't mean she shouldn't apologize, or she can justify it. She may truly be unable to control her aggressive behavior during her period. It sounds like she might have been managing this problem in the past by avoiding you when things were bad on her period. Now she can't do that so well. When she's not on her period, I think it might help to think through ways to manage it now that you're living together. With the assumption that she may not be able to stop being mean, so how can she stay away from you? Or is there another approach? The right treatment can help instantly. But it also can take time for it to kick in. Hormonal treatments can work quickly, but antidepressants won't often be as fast. So, if you do decide to stay, and it does turn out to be a mental health issue, it may take time for her treatments to take effect. I think that, depending on how she responds when fully in her right mind, it's worth giving her a chance. But I wouldn't judge you if you didn't either. That's just my personal advice. See how you might be able to move forward with changes. Sending care. The following tell. One thing I haven't seen mentioned is the fact that when you live with someone, and they struggle with emotional or painful periods, there's nowhere you can go to just feel your feelings without impacting someone else, without being seen by someone else. Nowhere to turn off, be moody, punch the pillows or bawl your fucking eyes out. To have some quiet alone where you don't have to be on. I'm not excusing her behavior one bit, but it's possible she's not getting a chance to properly discharge her physical, hormonal and nervous system stress, alone, in her own way. However, she's been used to for however long she's been getting her period. Before moving in with you, she could have her period and do whatever she needed without having to consider a romantic partner being in the home and sharing the same bed. You didn't say whether she lived alone or had roommates before, but if she did, she could have just closed the door and not talked to anyone. No expectation to be on. The reality is that, for the most part, women don't suddenly become abusive and impossible to live with. They lose the supports or self-care routines or just alone time that allows them to be functional, well-regulated humans. My God, the first time I went from living solo to living with a partner, I landed in a full-blown depression 6 months in because my home life had become unrecognizable. Wasn't about him, it was about me being totally disoriented. But at the time I didn't have the language or the relationship skills to see things clearly or communicate what I was experiencing, and dig myself out. It's not okay the way she's treating you, full stop. And I want to give her the benefit of the doubt if things were that good for you guys for 8 months. This take is another possibility to bring up with her when you talk. She may just have to figure out what her needs are as far as self-care and personal space when living with a partner. Which definitely wouldn't be in any way intuitive if it's her first time living with someone. You sound like a compassionate, emotionally intelligent person, and your eagerness to try work through things and support her is commendable. You guys must love each other a lot, and I really hope it works out for you. Thanks for watching, come back again.